Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Kalayim La, Adonai Yahweh, Bashem Shabbalak Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash, double honor to the apostles and the elders, great milestone, peace, citation of full elect, Shalom. And the title of this video is going to be FBIG WhatsApp Messenger went down. So pretty much that's gonna be a title. And pretty much as it says in the article right here, this is the New York Times. It says when apps used by billions of people worldwide blinked out, lives were disrupted, businesses were cut off from customers, and some Facebook employees were locked out of their offices. So as you can see, like, these social media services, a lot of people pretty much realize that when it's coming to social media, it's not only pretty much a way to communicate with people, but it's also a job, to actually keep people engaged with your products that you're promoting. And, it keeps businesses to flourish because they could communicate with their customers, see what their customers want, what their customers need. And when the customers decide to make videos on going on live, making videos pre-recorded to show a trend, on their stories, things of that nature, or making posts, showing the trends of the products that they're promoting. That's what makes companies, see that, okay, this is what people want more, so they're going to have to supply it more. And then you're going to have other competing companies that's going to try to supply a product that's similar to that, but it fits certain needs of specific customers, things of that nature. And then even in, you got some companies that use WhatsApp. I pretty much, I still see a lot of companies and, that have like maybe factories in other countries, such as like mainly China. And, yeah, they will usually use WhatsApp to engage with their with their customers. And you also have it to where people will use Instagram as well to do the same similar activities like on Facebook. But obviously, there's different platforms, so it's like different things you could do, different, but some of the stuff is similar because like you're starting to have some of these platforms starting to move a little bit like Snapchat with doing the stories and stuff like that, where it's almost looking like Snapchat features, and then they're competing with each other to pretty much like fit their customers' needs. But the point I'm making is that, when it's coming to a lot of these social media outlets, it's actually a life for people, and people can't really live without it, and some people are making all these posts claiming that they survived the social media outage. They survived it, and people boasting their pride, talking all that shit, and some people even showing pictures looking like they can't live without it. I saw a meme about that. I'm like, recently, like a few hours ago, and I was like, wow. Can you just really imagine like when the whole internet is out, and it's like, I feel like the elites, they're doing these things to run little like, little test runs, to really like show, well, I mean, they obviously don't want to show you, but it's just like, because they want to make sure you're oblivious to it. But it's just they want to see, I guess, how these people are, and like how they're gonna really go about pushing their agendas, and they really know how to do these things. So they're just testing little things out little by little. So, I mean, Esau, he's one crafty ass devil, so he'll go by any means to push his agendas. He will even go as far as to fucking, you know, take away certain things and spoon feed you, certain things little by little, the things that you need and want. And then basically, you will have to follow his full agenda if you really want it, and have to sell out to him. So, they said right here, San Francisco, it says Facebook and its family of apps, including Instagram and WhatsApp, were inaccessible for hours on Monday. And they forgot to put Messenger as well, because Messenger is a part of Facebook. Oh, they put it in the second paragraph. It says were inaccessible for hours on Monday, taking out a viral communication platform used by billions and showcasing just how dependent the world has become on a company that is under intense scrutiny. Facebook apps, which include Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Oculus, began displaying error messages around 11:40 a.m. Eastern Time. Users reported within minutes Facebook had disappeared from the internet. The outage lasted over 5 hours before some apps slowly flickered back to life. Through the company cautioned the services would take time to stabilize. And mind you, these are billions of people we're talking about that's on these apps, like, and the numbers just growing more and more, so, you got billions of users, and these are the same people that, that are just on there just to bullshit, pretty much, do the things of this world, basically. But the main message, the main reason why these social media platforms were existent is because it's for brothers that's in the truth to communicate with each other and to spread this word. The Most High, that's the only reason why he had these social media platforms to be out there. And then again, at the same time, it's for people in the world to be kind of blinded in a way. So it's like they're not going to see the purpose behind, pushing this word, the people in this world. But only the people that's meant to understand it truly is the elect, and that's the who the message is for. And it's like, you got people that they couldn't handle, if 24 hours, if they were without social media, and I know Facebook is a major one. YouTube is another one too, because a lot of people watch videos there. Facebook is, like, I guess, one of the major platforms, and Instagram as well, because those are the major platforms where people like to, create posts, watch, certain videos and stuff like that, reacting to certain posts and commenting. Yeah. And then even on YouTube, is just watching certain videos and liking it and commenting and even sharing it on some of these other social media outlets. I'm telling you, man, these people are not really prepared when the internet is fully shut off, man. Can you imagine? Because people in the world, it's like they're not going to be able to handle that. But without further ado, I'll just get out some scriptures. Okay, let me just bring out some of these stupid ass posts. So it says, somebody said, I had no idea about WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram outage, because I don't check these things every day or every hour. Some of them are used once a week or so. I thought that's normal, but doesn't look like it. Some people losing sleep over not being able to check FB/Insta. And the funny thing is, that's what I said, you have people like that are just so caught up into the ways of this world, and they're um you know, you better think again if you really think these people are using these platforms to seek the truth. They're not, trust me, they're only there to just bullshit and mostly, you know, follow after their lust, you know, doing things that pleases them. They're not out there trying to find the truth. So, um, yeah, you got a lot of posts out here that people are starting to, pretty much making it, even breaking news about it. And, so let me get out some scriptures. I don't want to make this lesson too long. And, this scripture, we already know what's going to. And Amos 8:11 says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst." So people are going to really be thirsty for hearing these words. And, it's going to come to the point where when the internet shut off and they pushing out legislation to keep brothers from street preaching, because, one thing about Esau is that they're already pushing against so-called anti-Semitism, which is complete BS because, we all come through the, except for Ham and Japheth, we all come through the line of Shem, so, it's just a whole bunch of stupidity that Esau is trying to do, pushing his legislation to keep, the men of the Lord from, being on the streets. And honestly, when it happens, we already know that it's, a reason why. Because the Lord didn't want his word to go out, on the earth forever. It's only out to be there. It's only to be out there for a certain amount of time. And it's only to seal his elect. Once that number is sealed, there ain't no more street preaching. The Lord is just straight ready to kill. And, that's when judgment is going to do the talking. And these going to be the same people that was scoffing, that fooled around, was bullshitting, niggas that came by hearing his words, by coming across some videos or even coming across the camps, thinking that, it's just a joke, it's just entertainment. And some of them just walking about their day-to-day life. Some even going as far as to hold hands with their woman and, investing so much into this world. And it's like, hey, man, very soon you're just gonna see the calamities take your ass, to pretty much for a surprise. Exactly. You're gonna see a lot of affliction in that day, and you're just gonna, be brought to a rude awakening. And you're just gonna get got. Y'all gonna be goners out there if y'all not, hearkening unto this word. These social media outages should, pretty much prepare y'all for what's to come. And it's only gonna prepare the elect. So, it's like the things that we say the elect is gonna consider, people in the world ain't gonna consider it. And then if they come across it and they hear it, they're gonna definitely consider it when it's too fucking late. So, Just like when people um, realized that Noah wasn't playing with the flood, they considered what he was saying when it was too late, when the boat was already, when the ark was already closed. The man preached for 120 years about rain, and they still ain't listen. And you know, at the end of the day, it just shows you that um, these people, they're not going to be prepared for what's to come. And as the scripture says in Isaiah 24, there's going to be like a crying for wine in the streets because all the mirth is gone. The mirth pretty much representing all the good times that people had. And, definitely a lot of people will use social media to like post all the good times that they've had. I swear to you that people that use social media, they will post pictures, videos, stories of every fucking where they go. And, I would say like, I feel like the main problem of it is that some people will go as far as to put their location. That's how stupid people are. Yes, to even put their location out there. And you gotta be stupid to do something like that. I will keep my location private at all times. And that's how you will hear of a lot of stories where people get abducted, even killed, because you putting your location out there. And then sometimes they go as far as to make it public too. And then if you add in friends that you don't fucking know, and like shit, you best hope that you ain't put your location to your friends, for them to see. You better just keep that shit private at all damn times. And yeah, some people will go as far as to like expose a lot of their business on social media. And so pretty much that's like a device that, that's like pretty much a digital platform, I should say, because the phone and the laptop and all those other technologies are devices. But those digital platforms, they pretty much elevate, the mirth. It keeps the mirth going. Because now people could pretty much boast about the stuff they do, the fun times they had. They could pretty much flex with certain posts and things of that nature. And all these good times that these people having, when once there's a fucking internet outage on the whole internet, that shit ain't gonna be sweet. And people are they're gonna realize that in the end of the day, we was right all along in this truth. If they heard these words, it's gonna be the biggest "I told you so" in history. But then you ain't gonna find the words no more on the internet when the powers are out. When the internet out, these gonna be the same people that's gonna be running to their churches, running to every person on the corner of the street to find the truth, and they ain't gonna find it, cause it's finito for y'all. Y'all weren't meant to get it if y'all didn't take heed in the right time. But with that, I hope I made the lesson edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praises, honor to Adonai Yahweh, Bashem, Shamalak, Yahweh, Bashem, Kakadash, double honor to the apostles and elders, being millstone, peace, citation, hope for land. Yahweh, Bashem, Shabbat, Bakashash, Shalak, Rayam, Adawayam, Wa, Goyam, Wa, Ababa, Ball. So,